Hello and welcome to Snack Time episode 4. Today we are going to be going across the pond and eating some snacks from the UK, the motherland. With me as always is Rob Dundas.
Where's my money?
And Tiffany Ferguson.
Cheerio.
And I'm your host, Jim Ferguson.
Couldn't resist, could you?
Really couldn't.
No, couldn't. Yeah, we're going to talk in British accents for most of this video.
Mm-hmm.
Offensively so.
You could have dubbed my voice with somebody with a British accent. Tom Holland, there you go.
All right, pip, pip. British snack quiz.
All right, we're just going to jump right into it, guys. As usual, say your name. In the 1980s, the Yorkie bar was marketed to what demographic? Anytime you're ready. Rob, go for it.
Yorkie dogs.
Thomas, what are you doing? Thomas.
Hey, buddy, what are you doing?
Oh my God. Jim?
The region of Yorkshire, England.
You're both incorrect, but I'm going to give it to Rob because that was a great answer.
Oh, okay, thank you.
The answer is men. It was marketed to men up to as late as 2011.
Oh, demographic.
What did you think I said?
I don't know.
Not bad.
So up until 2011, their slogan was "It's not for girls," and it was gradually phased out because of public complaints. And in 2006,
what is that bar called? I gotta get my pen.
the Yorkie bar.
Masculine asshole bar?
I have one, even though it's not for me. But in 2006, they marketed it for girls, and it came with a pink wrapper, which is good.
Of course, yeah, because it had to be pink.
Yeah, if my junk food's not gendered, I'm not interested in eating it. Good job, Rob. 1 point. Question number 2. The first chocolate bar was made in England by the Cadbury Company in what year? The very first chocolate bar ever.
Jim.
That we know of. Yeah, Jim.
1782.
1782. Rob, what do you think?
I'm going to go with 1843.
Rob gets it. It was 1842.
Whoa!
Good job. So that's 2 points for Rob. So third question.
1 year off on your stab in the dark.
Complete stab in the dark. It was...
Question number 3 is going to be worth 3 points. The British eat more.
Does it?
The British eat more of what snack more than anyone else in Europe?
Jim.
Go for it.
Turkish Delight.
Rob, what do you think?
Pork rinds.
Pork rinds. Okay, you're both wrong. Let's try again.
Oh no, is this a whole Taylor Swift thing again?
It might be. Whoever's closest.
More of this snack. Can you give us a hint as to what kind of snack? Like what family does it sit in?
That'll give it away.
Okay.
Rob.
Yep.
Tarts.
Tarts. Not tarts. Think more broad.
I think we're going back and forth now, are we not?
Sure, yeah, go for it. Okay. Quick fire, rapid fire, go.
Rapid fire. But it's so you can't. It's not like you can't say candy bar and you can't say chip because that would give it away. It's a family, but it's a small enough family that it would be a giveaway.
No, be broad. Be broad.
This isn't rapid fire.
Yeah. Candy or chip, go.
Oh, okay. So chocolate bars.
Nope, Rob.
Chips.
You got it. For bonus points, what do they call chips in UK?
Crisps. Jim. Crisps.
Jim, you got it, but Rob definitely won that whole round.
5 bonus points. Oh, son of a bitch.
You got bonus points.
He yelled so loud because he peeked his mic out. Just, that's all you heard.
So excited.
Yeah.
Anyway, the Americans claim that they invented chips in 1853, but there's a book from 1817 that contains a recipe that calls for potatoes fried in slices in the UK, so I think we can give it to the Brits. They did the first chocolate bar and possibly the first chips, so we owe them a lot.
Get that you're the superpower, America, but it's not all about you. You can't be the first at everything.
Now this is where that little star in the rainbow. The more you know, or now you know.
The more you know.
The more you know.
With the
The more
reading
you know.
rainbow. Yeah, the more you know.
Curly Wurly. I've actually had this before. Jim, I think you have too. Because a friend of our dad's went to the UK and she brought back a shit ton of treats for us. Do you remember? Nope.
No, I don't remember anything past last week.
Okay, this is probably like late 90s. So I've had it before. I really like it. It looks like this.
I don't recognize the name. I know.
It's just
fun.
It's just like caramel and then covered in chocolate. Obviously.
Looks like a lattice.
Oh, I wrote a note actually. It was introduced in 1970. Chocolate caramel. Apparently, there was a Canadian version in the 70s by Macintosh called Wigwag before our time.
Sounds offensive.
Wow.
So it was only the 70s. It tastes like caramel covered in chocolate. So it's pretty good. I'd give that like a 5 out of 10. Pretty basic.
I feel like we've done caramel covered in chocolate before.
I think most candy bars, yeah. But to be fair, that is not a candy treat that I would take to the movie theaters. That just sounds like an embarrassing time for me.
Yeah, it's already completely stuck in my teeth too.
Ooh, Curly, you got Curly Wurlied.
All right, who wants to go next?
So you give it a 5 out of 10. So I went out and bought this variety pack here that I thought had like 5 or 6 chocolate bars, but it actually had 30 chocolate bars in it. They're like Halloween candy size, and there's like 10 different types. So
Does it say Hero on it?
It's the Heroes Share Good Times, the Cadbury Heroes pack. I don't know the significance of it. It doesn't say. It says it's starring Crunchy Bits and Dinky Decker. So I'm going to start with the Dinky Decker. Is your Decker Dinky? This one is.
Dinky Decker.
I can't get it to focus, but Dinky Decker. Made by Cadbury.
You have to say it with an accent.
Dinky Decker.
Oh, wow.
Explain. It kind of had like a filling, like a Wonder Bar, I guess, kind of similar, but then it had like something crunchy and a little bit bitter. I wouldn't call it coffee flavored, like coffee crisp, but it was like that kind of bitter note, similar to coffee.
Oh,
no. It's almost got a little bit of a boozy taste to it, actually. Really strange. It's not bad. It's not bad. But it's not good.
It's not good.
Yeah, I'm going to give a Dinky Decker. I was going to say a 5 out of 10, but since it's wee, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 10 because it's dinky.
Dinky Decker sounds like some kind of euphemism for something.
Mm-hmm.
Like an upper decker, but a dinky decker. What's that? That's when you pee in the tank.
In the upper tank.
Yeah, it's a dinky decker.
When you pee in the top tank of a toilet, we call it a Dinky Decker.
Oh, okay, I see. I have something called Fry's chocolate cream.
Fry's chocolate cream.
I thought this was going to be like an aftermint and have like a minty middle, but now it says that it's rich dark chocolate with a smooth fondant center. Ew. So fondant is, all I know is fondant is like cake modeling stuff.
Yeah, it's not the tastiest.
So this is not what I was anticipating when I saw the image on it. Weird. It's weird. They get like this. I don't know if you can see that they like stamped it with the name on it, just in case you were confused on what you were eating after you unwrapped it.
You forgot what you bought?
It's dark chocolate, which I'm not a big fan of, but I was okay with it. It had that mint flavor because then it's good counterbalance. But fondant's not. Okay, so it's not really like chewy like I thought it was going to be. It tastes sort of like an After Eight mint. It has a hint of mint in there, and then that's...
What would you rate that?
I'd give it a 6 out of 10. If you're kind of looking at it. And the dark chocolate's not too, like, bitter dark. It's nice. And, the fondant, I was expecting just the chewy sugar. Mm-hmm.
It's time. Don't let the men know I'm eating this. This is actually...
I'm writing a letter to all men right now.
This is orange flavor, so I think it's okay.
Oh, that's less manly, yeah.
It's like a different version.
Yorkie. I've never even heard of a Yorkie. Clearly their marketing towards men was not successful.
That's a bold stance, too. This is not your girlfriend's chocolate bar.
I mean, there was a lot of marketing in the 70s and 80s that were all like, eat like a man.
In the 80s, it was specifically marketed to like lorry drivers for some reason.
Oh, okay.
Everybody likes chocolate. You can market to everybody.
Yeah.
It's just solid chocolate. And this one tastes like a Terry's chocolate orange. And I think the other one just tastes like a Cadbury's Dairy Milk bar, is what I read.
Okay.
And I love Terry's chocolate oranges, so I would give this a 9 out of 10, but I'm also going to subtract 5 points for the blatant sexism.
Yeah.
So 4 out of 10 for a Yorkie.
Also, stupid marketing for the time. You got rid of half the population of the Earth to sell a candy bar to. Like, that's just stupid math.
More than half,
yeah. Just come on.
Women are probably buying the majority of your chocolate, so.
Yeah, all right. I jumped the gun and started opening mine accidentally without thinking, but I've got a Wispa. Can't really see it, but it's Wispa, Wispa.
Wispa.
A Wispa bar. Also by Cadbury, because it's from my Cadbury snack pack. So, a little square of chocolate.
A little cube of deliciousness.
Well, that's an Aero bar.
Oh.
It tastes exactly like an Aero bar, and it's got little bubbles inside it, but they're smaller than an Aero bar.
What do you think came first, the Wispa or the Aero bar?
I would say, I don't know.
Probably the Wispa.
But
I would say, I don't know.
I'm pretty sure Canadians, we just knocked off all of our chocolate bars from the UK, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's definitely like if you've had an Aero bar, you've had a Wispa. Identical, just from a different company. It tastes the exact same kind of chocolate, very creamy chocolate like an Aero bar. It's good. I'm going to give it a floating score here. If it was the first and it was the original for the Aero bar, I'm going to give that bad boy a 7 out of 10. But if it was biting the Aero bar and the Aero bar came first, I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10.
Okay, Wispa bar was introduced 40 years ago.
Mm-hmm. I have a feeling the Aero bar is older.
Which, by the way, 40 years ago.
I just typed in what came first, the Aero bar or the Wispa.
Oh, what did you get?
I don't know yet. The Wispa was launched in 81. The Aero bar was in the 70s.
Wait, I have Aero bars were introduced in 1935 to the north of England.
Australia in the 70s. Australia in the 70s. So not only that was the Aero bar first, but it was in Australia before the Wispa was even conceived. So the Wispa bar gets a 5 out of 10 for being just like the Aero bar. You deduct 2 points for unoriginality.
Ding ding. I have a Starbar. And that was Australian more than anything for an accent, but never heard of it before till tonight.
Say beer can with an Australian accent.
Beer can.
Now say bacon with a Jamaican accent.
Beer can. Unassuming, nothing really special. It's got a little divot at the end of it. I have no idea. It's got peanuts on the outside of it. I have no knowledge of what this was or is. Wow, this is a Wonder Bar.
Interesting.
A 100% Wonder Bar. Flavor, taste, everything. This is fantastic.
I love Wonder Bar. What came first, Jim?
I'm looking that up right now. You keep doing your review and tell us what you would score it and tell us a little bit about the taste.
But it's got chocolate and a caramel coating around the outside and a peanut crunchy in the middle. It's fantastic tasting. I love Wonder Bar, so I love this.
So the Starbar was launched in 1976.
Very, very chewy.
It was promoted in the UK in the 1980s with a postal offer. If you sent in 3 wrappers plus postage, you got a Starbar ruler, a pencil, and a copy of Douglas Adams' or The Restaurant at the End of the Universe.
Whoa.
Yeah,
pretty
so
good
now
deal.
To look up the random Wonder Bar.
Just so everybody knows my rating, there's literally nothing is a 10 in my rating system. Nothing.
My rating system is based on nothing, and it doesn't mean anything.
Mine is like, if I taste anything, the 10 is absolute, utter perfection. I haven't had that yet. I've had stuff that's come very, very, very damn close. Very few things are like a 9 or a 9.5 out of 10 for me.
So I'm going you're very good taste buds there, Rob, because the Starbar is marketed in Canada as the Wonder Bar.
Yeah.
So the Starbar is the Wonder Bar. It doesn't taste like it. It is the Wonder Bar.
Yeah.
Starbar is such a much cooler name.
Yeah, it's fantastic. So for me and for candy bars, this is like, I'll say this is an 8, and that's high praise. That's like 8 on anything for me to eat anything. That's like, I would choose that. I would go to like pick 1 or 2 candy bars, and this would be one of the choices. Standard go to all the time.
Michelin 3-star diamond guy here.
No, just nothing's perfect. There's no 10s.
Imagine you like do discover some 10s throughout life. You should write a coffee table book.
Nobody's gonna read my book about my 10s.
I mean, if you're that prickly on giving something a 10 out of 10.
I was just elaborating on how I score things. That's all.
I would buy that. I would buy that coffee table book.
Next I have Flake bar.
That looks familiar. The coloring and the logo looks like.
Yeah. But no, I can't remember. But I know what you mean, and I agree. This one's actually kind of marketed towards women, in a way.
How
it was just
dare they?
They have a Flake girl in all their commercials. A Flake girl, you know. And it was.
No, that's why I said what.
No, it was discovered by accident by an employee at Cadbury who noticed the excess chocolate following in flaky ripples, and it looks kind of crazy.
Excess chocolate following what?
Falling in ripples.
Falling off the main tray onto the floor.
Oh, it's like
falling from the molds.
Yeah, like back into the tray. Yeah, okay, cool. And they thought that'd make a good bar.
It's just
somebody's like, look at all this chocolate we're wasting. Put that into bars.
It's just chocolate that tastes like it's just been like melted down into a weird form.
So you got the droppings. You got chocolate droppings.
Perfect. And as a woman, that's what I'm looking for.
Well, I mean, they made a much better name called the Flake Bar, opposed to the droppings bar.
In 1930,
and the chocolate's not even that great.
In 1930, Cadbury was selling half-length Flake, specifically for prodding into vanilla soft serve ice cream cone at 99, called 99 Flakes.
This would be really good over ice cream for sure.
Yeah. Cool. All right, I'm excited about this one. I was excited, and then my wife burst my bubble a little bit, but I've got a Turkish Delight, which to me is the most famous UK snack, made famous by The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Edmund, I believe it was, sold out his entire family to the White Witch or the White Queen for a plate of Turkish Delights. So I would assume that means they're really good. And then my wife told me, "Have you ever had a Big Turk?" I'm like, "Yeah." "Do you like those?" I said, "No." And she said, "Then you're not going to like a Turkish Delight."
I love Big Turks. Big Turks are great.
Oh, I hate Big Turks. So it's, it's really thick. It's heavy. It's super heavy. Like it weighs like...
Oh yeah, have fun with this.
3 times more than a chocolate bar of this size should weigh.
I have a question. I have a quick question.
Should I bite first, then answer?
No. Sure.
Wait.
In the Chronicles of Narnia, they were like covered in powdered sugar, right? Like it wasn't a chocolate bar, Turkish Delight. It was like...
You're right. There are Turkish Delights that are white powdered jellies.
So what the fuck is this?
You have to look it up.
Oh. I don't think he would sell it to his family for this.
It's like a pink jelly inside there, right? Kind of a purplish jelly.
It's purple jelly.
Yeah.
And it's super bitter.
Ew.
Oh. That's not good.
1 for science.
Always.
1 for taste, 2 for science.
Oh.
3 for content.
The texture is not good. Texture's not good. The taste is not good. It's not just like jelly covered in chocolate. Like if you have jelly, sometimes jelly has like kind of no flavor. Like Jell-O has like a hint of whatever lime or strawberry. This has a strong flavor in whatever this jelly is. Strong flavor.
Is it like a floral flavoring? Like,
thank you. Yeah, that's exactly. It's like I'm eating flower petals.
Yeah, almost close to. Sometimes Big Turks, the Big Turk jelly is less floral tasting than those. So some of those kind of hit like almost like a potpourri flavoring. Like they'll hit a certain level of botanical, and you're like, "Whoa!" I was not expecting that out of a candy bar.
Wow, that's crazy. I don't see kids like it. The kids in the UK love this, or is that just what?
Probably for adults.
Is that just what Narnia? Is that just what C.S. Lewis tricked me on?
I like Big Turks as a child.
I want to know now how popular are Big Turk or Turkish Delights in the UK though with kids. You
should look up whether Big Turk
I need to know that.
The same as Turkish Delights, because there's also, as Tiffany said earlier, there's things called Turkish Delights which are like white powdered sugar over jellies, and they're like yellow and orange and red, and those flavorings can be probably similar to what you're eating now.
You know, you walk into a perfume department,
and it's like Christmas markets, Tiffany.
It's thick in the air. The perfume spray is thick in the air to the point where you like taste it in your mouth. That's what I've got right now lingering, is like this perfumey, like I sprayed perfume on my tongue like an elf. It was not good. It's not for me. I'll never eat one of that's.
I can't stand those scents.
Yeah, I mean, I got to give this.
I'm curious.
The texture was less disgusting than the Idaho Spud Bar, but the taste was worse. I'm going to give this a 1 out of 10. Not for me. I'm sorry, big Turkish Delight fans, but that's freaking awful. Fries Turkish Delight.
Hey, the same company that makes my chocolate creme.
It's the year 2021. It's time to close up shop and get with the times.
I mean, there might be a whole other continent of people that. So I have Swizzles Squashies as my last one, and I had to go with Squishies. I had to go with the gummy candy. Oh, okay. Smell is not natural. This is the original raspberry flavoring.
Just so you know, now that you've told me that you like Big Chirk, I would no longer buy your coffee table book.
Cool. That's okay.
But would it make his top 10?
I could survive without that sale. These don't smell like they're. I don't know what the hell these smell like.
Who makes them?
Swizzles, and the candies are called Squishies.
Okay, so it's Swizzles
or Squashies.
Swizzles Squashies. That sounds like a Harry Potter candy for sure.
Yeah,
I'd get some Swizzles, what is it? Swizzles Squashies or Swazzles Squishies?
Squashies. Good God, man, you're screwing me.
Swizzles Squashies from the trolleys, dear.
Okay.
Anything off the trolley, dear?
So like the purplish white, they are foamy. The smell.
Swizzles Squashies.
It smells like raspberries, but it almost has like a hint of tobacco smelling. Like if you've ever had any grandparents who smoked a pipe and they had that really like rum flavored or dark cherry kind of flavored tobacco. My grandpa used to smoke it. It has that smell. Like there's a bit of a bitterness to the smell, and it smells like tobacco. So this is really throwing me off for what this is going to taste like.
Delicious, I'm sure.
They're rated high.
They're foam, like not marshmallow, but very close to marshmallow. Like chewy, like 5-cent candy kind of foamy candies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like those ones that were like the pink marshmallow ones.
And these taste
so good.
These taste pretty good. The flavor is not overpowering. They certainly taste better than they smell. This is another one that tastes better than they smell.
Those are you said strawberry flavored?
Raspberry, because
they have bubble gum and a couple other flavors as well.
Yeah, they had a lot to choose from. And so out of 11 of those tiny little pieces, there's 25 grams of sugar. 11 of these little things has as much sugar in it as a can of pop. Like I would give these a 5 out of 10.
Have we rated anything high today?
An 8. Yeah, I hit the Starbar. I'd give it an 8.
Starbar was an 8. I think I gave
it's essentially a Wonder Bar.
The Dinky Decker, I think I gave it a 6.
Not that anybody's asking, but this is an Australian root beer, and I'll give that a 9 out of 10. But that's not what we're doing today.
Oh, fun root beers. That would be a good time.
That has a lot of sugar.
All right. Well, next week we are going to be doing snacks from Mexico. And I've got a little teaser here. I've got a mystery grab bag of Mexican candies.
Where are you getting these from?
I don't know what's in this. It expires in February of 2022, so it's still good. It says
how long have you had this for?
I just got it today.
Oh, okay.
Tyann's Essentials in Mexico. Viva Mexico, store in a cool, dry place. So there's a whole bunch of different things in here, and I have no idea what they are. So I'm stoked to open this up next week. I'll keep it in a cool, dry place in the meantime. Anyways, thanks for joining us. If we got anything wrong, please correct us down below in the comments. If we got anything right,
dare you.
And yeah, if you have any suggestions of things we missed, things we should try from the UK that are better than what we tasted, or if you disagree with my thoughts on Turkish Delights, feel free to fight me. And thanks again. We'll see you next week. Bye.
See you guys.
Bye.